Right now I am in Maui with my fiance and his family for Thanksgiving. So right now it is currently like 9:05 p.m. on Thanksgiving. So I was here for the last couple days of this week, but I have to actually go get on a red eye right now and fly back to San Diego. I have a layover in LA because it is my grandmother's 90th birthday and I am throwing a very big, very special 90th surprise birthday party tomorrow. So I have to be there for it, of course. And she thinks we're just going out to dinner, so she knows I'm flying back, but it's gonna be a really emotional and special day, just for a lot of reasons, which you guys will see coming up, because I don't have time to talk about it now, but I just wanted to start this video. So I'm currently in Hawaii, but in the next couple hours I will be in LA and then San Diego, and it's super stormy there, raining, so I hope there are like no complications because I need to get back for this party. So yeah, let's do it. I'm currently in the bathroom. I just left dinner. I went to dinner with his family and boyfriends, girlfriends, all that stuff. Right now, I have to get all of my stuff. I've already kind of packed up pretty much everything. I have to get that all ready to go. I want to wash off my makeup. I'm already in like my comfy clothes for the red eye, and I gotta get going and find my Uber. So yeah, this is where we're starting out. It was a beautiful trip. The room is amazing as always. And I am so thankful for being here and spending time with all these people that I love so much. And I'm so red from the sun today. All right, I got my bag. I think I got everything out of there. If not, Shelly can just get it. Just landed in San Diego and it's pouring. Oh my. Alright, so I am home now, and my Uncle David just made all of these beautiful arrangements with some tulips in the colors of the party. So those are just opening up over here by the fire, just a little trick. And we have these guys too. These are like a deeper red and purple, and they're gonna look great. So these are gonna go on all of the tables at the party. And my aunt was in charge of the food, so she just dropped off a huge load from Costco, and we just put a lot of the stuff away, like in the fridge and things. So closer to the party later today, we're gonna arrange these on pretty platters. We already have some of them picked out over here. My other uncle is getting all of the drinks and ice and stuff. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. I just got ready for my grandma's party, and the theme is Blonde in the White Convertible, or Blonde and White Convertible. It's a poem that my grandma wrote a couple years ago, and she always talks about how it's one of her favorite poems that she ever wrote. So my mom and I decided that it'd be a really cute idea if her whole party was themed around this poem. I should just like type it out in the description box so you guys can see it, but basically it's about her and kind of like her alter ego. Gucci, really? Oh my god. So she lives by the beach in a canyon, the canyon house, and she wrote a poem about being in a white convertible and driving up the coast with a blonde wig on and like a honeydew melon colored bandana, and you'll see, I'll put it in the description, but basically that's what the party's about. So we're all wearing blonde wigs, or I told everybody to, but it's probably not gonna be everybody. Gucci, get. And so we actually rented a white convertible, and my dad is going to pick her up in the white convertible at her house, drive her down the coast to the party, because the party is at an event space on the coast and on the 101. And we're all gonna be there in blonde wigs, and we're gonna surprise her, and it's gonna be amazing. And the main present at the party is going to be her book. So she has written poems since the earliest I found was 1948. So she's written poems forever, and she has never published an entire life's work. It's always been like small collections, and it's, you'll see in the speech, because I have a little speech I'm gonna say at the party, but I've always wanted to do this, and not just for her, but also just for everybody that cares about her, because we all love her poems so much, but all we have are just these copies that she just gives us and prints them out. So there's no like concrete physical way of us, you know, to have all of her poems forever. So I decided back in July that I wanted to, actually earlier, but in July I decided to do it, publish a book of all of her poems that she ever wrote. I didn't know just how daunting that was going to be until I started, because I didn't know actually how many poems she wrote. So I got up to like 600, or I got up to 700, and I probably missed a couple here and there, but I really tried to have all of them, because that was like the whole point of the entire thing. So anyways, I designed it front and back, every single page. It was a lot. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, honestly, and I'm so proud. Like, I don't think I've ever been more proud of something that I've done before, which is like crazy to say. But this is the book, and I wanted it to be hardcover. I wanted it to be really special, something that you would have on your bookshelf forever, even your coffee table, stuff like that. So I wanted hardcover. I wanted it to be really classy, and I actually designed the whole style after Vanity Fair magazines, because she always reads Vanity Fair, and I just think it's really cool and classy and timeless, and so that's kind of what I went for. So I found this picture of her because I know that she really likes it. I put that on the front, and I really liked that it was black and white. And then it just says the Trish Duggar collection of poetry from 1948 to 2019. So this is the book, and then the spine just obviously says, the camera just wants to focus on my face. So the spine says the Trish Duggar collection of poetry, obviously. So just to, I guess, elaborate more on the book, just because I'm so proud of it. The back is like my favorite part. I have this photo of her in like a gold frame that's really pretty. Again, it's black and white. I wrote the Poet Laureate of Encinitas, California, because that's her title. And then I just wrote a little bit about her accolades, just, you know, what she's done in poetry. And then a quote basically describes her poems perfectly. So yeah, that's the book. I'll show you guys inside. This is the title page. Just another really beautiful photo of her. And then I organized the entire book chronologically. So each chapter is like a year of her life that she's been writing poetry. And I wanted to do that just because I didn't really realize until I actually did it, but reading the poems from like the very first one she ever wrote until now, it's almost like reading a book. You like learn so much about the author, and you see like what she was going through, like, you know, the ups and downs of her life, when certain prominent people have passed away that she loved and that I loved and my whole family loved. And yeah, it's just, you know, there's also like, of course, happy times, people's birthdays. She writes a poem about everything. It's almost like a journal, like all of her poems. So I don't know, it's just like a really artistic way of journaling your life, which is really cool. Yeah, I mean, I would love to read you guys some, but that would just make this video way too long. I can't even tell you how many copies and how many editions and proofs that I've like gone through and edited. It's insane. I probably printed like thousands of pages, and I've gone through so many times, and every time I find mistakes and I find formatting errors that bug me, but at some point I just had to say, like, I'm done. Like, I just have to be done, because I'm such a perfectionist. And like, my parents literally had to like tear me away from the book, and they're like, just publish it, like, you just have to do it. So when you're self-publishing, you don't have someone proofreading for you and editing everything for you. So that's like the only downside. You can obviously pay people, but with poetry, you know, formatting is not standard. Like, there's certain times when she did 3 dots in a row, sometimes there was only 2, or sometimes she did more spaces, sometimes she capitalized certain words just because she wanted to, and not because it's like a rule. So I don't know how you really like pay someone to do that, and I almost had to make the judgment call a couple times, which was a little scary. The book is all done, and formatting was a real struggle, and I changed it so many times. This is a really cool one. So this is one of my actual like edited editions, so there's like writing in here, but this is kind of cool. This is a poem that she has that's shaped like a dress. There's just so many different styles. And one of my favorite things, honestly, about her writing is the titles. They're just so unique. Like, this one's called The Dark Drop Down. She has one called a Wolf in Priest's Clothing. Like, I don't know how anybody thinks of these things. Maybe It Happens Out of Boredom, Shades of Love, The Weeping Goddess, Mist and Memory. It's just like, my favorite thing to read through, honestly, is the index. So I made an index at the back. It's alphabetical, all of her poems are in the book, and then the page numbers. And I love just reading through and seeing the titles. Another kind of quiet, Bowie on the Brain, Like, I don't know how anybody thinks of these things. But anyways, she's extremely talented and I've been wanting to do this for her for so long. So I'm glad that I finally did it and I cannot wait to show her. My cat keeps running around. So here's a close-up of the book. I'm trying to show it without the glare, but it's really hard. It just has the beige lettering on the top, the black and white photo, and then collection of poetry. Really cool. These are just my notes. Yeah, and then this is what the poems look like. Some pages have 2, some have 1. It just depends on what looked the best. And all of the chapters start like this with the year. And then the tulip is like the overall theme of the book because that's her favorite flower. And she actually has some poems about tulips in here, which is kind of cool. Temple of Early Morning. I just love it so much. So much. Looks really cool. Yeah, so you can see where I like made some corrections. This was my very last copy. Are you kidding me? No, hey. God, she is insane. What are you doing? You want to explain yourself? Will you explain yourself? Hey. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you being naughty? Are you being naughty? Yes. Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So cool. I even have my own barcode. No big deal. It's little things like that that just means so much to me. So I have to get going to the party. I kind of want to show you what I'm wearing, but I'm just wearing this, like, my favorite color, like a reddish orange sweater with matching lipstick, and then I'm gonna try to show you. I'm wearing this like metallic skirt, and then I haven't put these on yet, but I'm just gonna wear these like almost knee-high, like under the knee boots, black leather, pointed obviously because I love that, little skinny heel, just because I think it's kind of wintry. So that's what I'm wearing, and hopefully some people are going to be in blonde wigs and it's not just going to be me. But yeah, I'm going to go to the party now. We're going to surprise her. She's going to come in a white convertible and I cannot wait. It's gonna be really, really, really exciting. So I will see you guys there. It is exactly 4 o'clock right now and guests start arriving at 4:30 and then she's gonna come around 5. So I have all the balloons. I have a million copies of her book, lots of decorations. People are all here, my family, they have food, drinks, cake, everything. So I'm gonna go help set up, and I'm sorry I can't vlog too much right now, but I'm definitely gonna video her reaction and everything. So yeah, let's do it.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, the office is right over there.
Surprise! Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I can't believe it.
Nana, Mimi did the whole thing. Can you read it?
Okay, I got
It's her polo, blonde in the white convertible.
Oh, okay. Yes, she brought me here in a white convertible.
And I can't even close
This goes around wherever my purse is.
I got it.
The strap.
Okay.
Baby purse.
Oh, yes. That's around her purse.
You have some people that have come from really far away. Who's here?
Who's here?
Oh my God! Convertible, and the top won't go up, and you've got to park it here. You've got to find my car, and
Now it's time to party though.
Time to party.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
She's cute. She must be a great mother-in-law. None better. I am ever. You're a great daughter-in-law. No, I got so lucky. I see that. She's amazing. So surprise was a success. She's just saying hi to everybody, and then I'm gonna give the speech in a couple minutes. I'll show you guys all the decorations. My uncle got all the tulips. This is just her little present table. This has her book in it. The bartender.
What would you like to drink?
Mimi, she's
Ooh.
looking around. Why don't you do
Yeah. I'm gonna do the speech real quick because she's gonna find out about the book, and then I'll get something. You can even go closer and like cut off background if you want.
Okay.
I have a picture of you. We'll have it every day of my life. I love it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Nana, for as long as you've been writing, you've been sharing your gifts with everyone around you. Already? The first sentence. Everyone here knows a trip to Trish's house means leaving with a poem on an 8.5 by 11 piece of printer paper. We all walk away from the canyon with a little piece of you on those papers. My whole life I felt so guilty. I had no permanent place to store them. And when I shared my guilt with all of my friends and family, I realized I wasn't alone. I keep a box under my bed of the ones I managed to make it home with. What are you out there? I keep a box of your poems under my bed with the ones I managed to make it home with. My mom keeps a folder in her filing cabinet upstairs, and my dad keeps a clipboard on the wall of his shop. But that's not good enough. And now I want to take you back to the last week in September of this year. I walk into your house to have lunch with my dad, Claudia, and you. Upon my arrival, you immediately ask for my help. You tell me that you would like to print out all of your poems so that you can keep them in a folder. You tell me that you have some already printed, but most are stuck on the computer, and you sound completely overwhelmed and frustrated. The funny thing is that this is the first time you've ever expressed to me in my 24 years of living that you would like to do something with your poems. And I lied to you that day. I told you I was very busy with school projects and work. I promised you that I would help you in a couple months' time once things slowed down. But the truth is, Nana, I am not busy with schoolwork, and this is actually the easiest semester I've ever had. I even made my fiance promise to not help you either when you asked him to help you about a week ago. The truth is, I have a present for you. Okay, I'll just slip the top off. I published a book of every single one of your poems. But they're not that good! But I need to revise them! I did this so you can't revise them anymore. Oh my God!
Here, take hold of it.
Oh, here's some Kleenex.
And the day that you asked for my help was the day that I submitted it for printing. I don't know how that happened. So in front of everyone, I'd like to give you my deepest apologies for lying to you, to your face, for months. It has been one of the hardest secrets I've ever had to keep. And I'm so proud of all the people here for not letting it out, especially my dad, who wanted to tell you in August, and September, and October, and yesterday too. Going into this, I knew that publishing your poetry would be a great responsibility, but I didn't know just how great until I started typing them. All 700 of them.
My God!
I did not revise them.
Dad.
I told my parents that I feel like all 700 of them.
My God!
I told my parents that I feel like Vincent Van Gogh's sister-in-law. She's the one who inherited all of Van Gogh's paintings and realized once they were in her hands that she was holding masterpieces.
Oh my God.
She felt an obligation to get his talent out into the world. And not that I'm saying I can get your poems into the Getty or the MoMA or the Louvre, but I've done my best. As of Monday, your hardcover book and ebook are available at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Books and More, and 7,000 other retailers in the U.S.
Oh my.
and 27,000 retailers worldwide.
I don't believe it. That is amazing. I didn't know you could even do something.
Me neither.
Like that.
I don't know how it happened. And I can finally go to sleep at night knowing that people in Spain, the UK, Canada, the European Union, Australia, Brazil, Germany, Russia, South Korea, Poland, China, Italy now know how talented you are. People around the world know how deep you have loved, how much you have struggled, and how far you have come in life, and how amazing you are with words. Thank you to Claudia and Teresa for taking you to Vaughan so many times so I could sneak into your house and steal your poems. Thank you, and also sorry to my parents for making you proofread 600 pages of poems multiple times.
Oh my God.
And thank you to everyone for being here and celebrating 90 years of my favorite grandma. And Nana, if you would be so kind, we have set up an author's book signing table for you to autograph all of our copies.
Oh my God.
But you don't have to do that right away if you want to talk to people first.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to say something, because when she's writing a poem, she'll pass it on to me. And then, hours later, it's a revised poem.
Oh, I know.
So I have stacks of revised poems, and I don't even know which is the real poem anymore. Because I have revised poems that, 20 times.
And you've revised copies and you've revised poems in there as I was publishing it. Like the kerosene lantern, I had to go back like 4 times and change.
That's in here?
Everything.
Oh. Even the ones that maybe I wouldn't want?
No, I didn't open it.
That's another edition.
There's a folder I didn't open.
She didn't open the erotic.
What about the ones full of sex?
Maybe there's some that aren't.
That'll be another edition if you want to.
Yeah, I call that past trash. Yeah.
And we have another little surprise.
But this is beyond easy.
You ready for another surprise?
Mom, it's not over yet. Tony Krantz is here.
There's another book.
Yes, Tony. You're okay?
Hello, I'm Tony Krantz. I serve on the Encino City Council. And some of you may not know, but back in 2005, Danny Gallagher, the leader that he is, appointed TRISH the Poet Laureate of Encinitas. And so in honor of her 90th birthday, we thought we would issue a second proclamation. And hopefully we'll be able to, on her 100th birthday, issue a third.
Yeah.
So on behalf of Mayor Catherine Blakespear and the rest of the City Council, I'm here to present a proclamation. And it has a lot of whereas clauses, which isn't very poetic necessarily, but it is the way we do our proclamations. So, whereas Trish Duger will celebrate her 90th birthday. Trish Duggar, I don't think there's any other Duggars in there. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. Whereas Trish Duggar will celebrate her 90th birthday on November 29th of this year, and whereas she was born in Chicago in 1929 and raised in Oak Park, Illinois with her sister Gail and her brother Bill, and whereas after 2 years of college she married her love, Tyree Grant Duggar, and moved to California and raised a family of 1 daughter and 3 sons. And whereas she was widowed in 1998 and found poetry as her new focus in life and became a charter member of the Full Moon Poets. It led to the Full Moon Poets La Paloma Poetry Slams. And whereas in 2005 she was proclaimed Poet Laureate of Encinitas, and whereas she is a charter member of the Pleasures of Poetry Workshop led by Harry Griswold, and whereas in 2009 she was a featured poet at Border Voices Poetry Fair in San Diego, and whereas her poems appear in several anthologies, including McGee Park Poets Anthology, A Year in Ink, and the San Diego Poetry Annual. And whereas her poetry has been published in former U.S. Poet Laureate Ted Kooser's column, American Life in Poetry. And whereas she has lived in Cardiff by the Sea since 1952 and is deeply loved by friends and family. And whereas it is a great pleasure to participate in this celebration of Trish Dugars.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
And whereas, now therefore I, Catherine S. Blakespeare, Mayor of the City of Encinitas, along with all Encinitas City Council members, do hereby proclaim November 29, 2019 as Trish Duggar Day.
Yeah.
So happy birthday.
Thank you.
I can't make a speech. I'm blown away. I really am.
How about a poem?
Yes, I'll say the poem. I convert. Yes.
Nana rocks.
Do you know me? I am the blonde in the white convertible. Have you seen me cruising up the coast on a mango day? Top down, honeydew bandana holding back my hair. Juicy fruit, lips smiling, enticing you into a daydream. Have you looked for me? I am said to be elusive. And you may not recognize me. I frequently slip into something more comfortable inside the round gray-haired lady who lives in the canyon and writes poetry. To have you all in my life, and I have the most wonderful family and friends, and I live in the garden spot, the most beautiful place.
There's a lot of poems about that in the book. About Encinitas.
Yes.
You want to read it?
Yeah, you do want to read it. This is amazing. This is amazing. And I knew my granddaughter was amazing to begin with, and now I'm just totally, I am.
Yeah, here, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
Imagine having somebody in your family put together something like this.
Everybody else.
Just imagine. You know, it's, I'm just totally grateful. And I'm grateful that I've been able to continue with my craft this long. You know? And you all inspire me. You all inspire me. And this place inspires me. You know? Your friendship and love.
Connie.
Open the door.
It's probably in a poem in here in this book.
It is.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, well, now it's party.
Oh, Arnie! Wow!
We're trying to use the same facial structure, same. the one that we were supposed to? We're supposed
It's
to
up on
sign.
the present table up there, yeah.
Right. This is delicious. No, right here. This is your book signing chair.
Well, I don't say two because I'm not gifting you. It's four.
And I'm going to bring 2 by your house to put, you can put something in it, they'll go in the libraries. Think of something clever for that one.
Make sure to spit all over it. I made it myself.
Hey, we can cut it right there.
Nana, it's from VG's.
Oh, it's
Do you see the convertible? You see the convertible on it?
yes.
It's a white convertible.
Yes, that's beautiful. Take a picture of it.
It's got alcohol in it.
I'm 24. End of the party, everyone just left, and I just wanted to say that that was a total success, but I could not have done it without all of my family members for helping, and family, friends, and everything. So thank you guys. And Nana, if you're watching, I love you, and this was so worth it 100 times over. And yeah, I'm so happy that you enjoyed it. So happy 90th birthday. And real quick, if anybody wants to get the book, I'll link in the description. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Waterstones, all over the world. So I'll have that link below. Goodbye, space.
Great space.
I know, it worked perfectly. And it was super close to her house. It's a cute little conference room. And thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to my grandma too, I'm sure. And again, everything will be linked in the description. The book, the poem that the whole party was based on, and just everything. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. And so will Gucci. She is insane right now.